I hope everybody can hear me. I don't know if I should do an audio test or not. You guys can hear me because I just opened a stream. What an evening. What a week. I don't know. Everything's been crazy for the past 2-3 weeks. How's everybody doing? I hope everything's going good. Should probably share my link out. I say that every stream or during the beginning of every stream. That is true. My phone's gonna go off because I just sent myself a link. Yep. Oh my gosh, you got in here on time. You got the notification this time? I was just about to send you a link because you said last time you weren't able to get in. Or you weren't able to get the notification till later. Oh, what is up? You got a big move in a couple days, Grace. How you feeling about that? My bag tore. One. Oh, cool, sweet. Don't call me a slacker. Don't even. I made sure I was on tonight. 2, 3. Only 3 tonight. Some say I have an addiction. I just think I have a good relationship with it or with them. What's going on? How's everybody doing? You know what? Before y'all call me a slacker, I turned down a phone call tonight for this live stream, okay? Tired? Yeah, I'm sure you are, man. Considering you've been up for so long. How's your shoulder feeling? How's everybody how are you feeling? Not even literally one day because we're leaving Thursday at 6 a.m. Today's Wednesday. No, technically tomorrow is Wednesday still. Oh, Trey messaged me. Painful, I'm sure. Did they give you any medication for it at least? Yeah, I suppose it's basically done, but a lot can happen in 2 hours, Grace. A lot can happen from here until 12 o'clock. Amanda, they should have at least given you some pain medication or something like that to get you to the next x-ray. Yeah, but it don't really do anything. Yeah, they always underdose because, I mean, at least here in the States, it's actually a big deal is where people will sell their pain meds. So they give you a really low dose, so it's basically useless. I've never even heard of that. That don't sound like that don't sound like a pain medication. That sounds like more like an antibiotic. Y'all ever eat? Oh wait, no. Amanda's never eaten cheesy popcorn. I'm talking to the people from the States, Amanda. Okay, y'all ever eat cheesy popcorn? Okay, and get stuff so buried in your teeth that you could suck on it for hours upon hours, and then finally, when it comes out, you get that sweet relief of just it comes out. I'm dealing with that right now because I ate a whole bunch of cheesy popcorn. You sleeping? Yeah, I suppose the suspense, Gracie. I suppose that suspense is so killing you right now. You want to leave so bad, but you can't. It's a weak pain med. Okay, I've never even heard of that one yet. Paracetamol. Paracetamol. Maybe I've heard of it. It sounds familiar. But over here, no, most of the time they give you different stuff. I haven't had to have pain meds in a while, but most of the time they stick more to muscle relaxers because they don't put you on opioids for for pain anymore. Most of the time it's a muscle relaxer because apparently relaxing your muscles will make it hurt a little bit less or something. Oh, we got 3 people there. But I've had a crazy couple weeks. Some interesting changes going on. Or I don't know. It's refreshing. That's definitely for sure. I've been talking, man. We've been talking a lot. Well, more than anybody I've ever talked to from YouTube. But I don't know if we're even YouTube friends anymore. It's more just friends in general. You're my only Australian friend. Well, besides the kid I used to play Xbox with, but I haven't talked to him in 3 years, 4 years maybe. And then Grace, you got a big move. Hey, Grace, did homie soda is 20? How does that work? How does that even work? How? That makes no sense. There's no way. Damn, like when are we moving? Because I'm coming with. Like, holy shit, that's really cheap. 30% AGI. You're speaking gibberish. I don't know what you're talking about on AGI, whatever that means, or unless they give you a break because you don't have a. If I didn't have a reason to stay now, I wouldn't think twice. Oh, okay. Adjusted gross income. So, what did they go off of what you're making? And then whatever it stops at a base price. Adjusted gross income. Oh, it's really bothering me. Oh, it's really in there, that sucker. Adjusted gross income. I wish I paid much more attention in class when it came to that stuff. Although I did get like a B in that class too. I was really good with I'm really good at balancing checks and stuff, but I know that was in there. Yeah, I don't have any though, unfortunately. Suppose I could always use my knife. Are we making anything yet? Rent is 0, and since we don't have very much in savings, they're going to... Damn! Is this for schooling or something, or is this just normal rent in Minnesota? Because that's damn good. Because that's normal rent. Like, holy cow. Rent is just free. Holy crap. How are they saving? They just give you $28 a month? Even $28 paying out though for electric would be amazing. But instead they're gonna give you money? Okay. But still, even for low income housing, that's amazing. That's really good. That's wow. Because I know the low income housing in Bruce isn't that good. Wow. Holy crap. And it's a 2-bedroom in low income housing. That's rare also because, well, I guess no, 2 bedrooms are. I got it. I got it out. I got it out. Oh my gosh, it feels so good now. Oh, it feels so good. But no, all low income housing I know is either 1 bedroom or I guess 2 bedroom, but the second bedroom is real small. That's crazy. That's really cool. Well, now Grace, you just you get yourself a nice gaming setup or a nice computer setup and all that stuff, and now you have a spare room for it. Living in low income housing with that, no. They're gonna give you $28 a month for electric. That almost doesn't make sense. They're paying you to use the electric. That's funny. See, Amanda, that's proof right there, though, that you don't have to worry about coming over here. Really, you don't have to, because in certain situations, they'll hook you up. Or in a lot of situations. But if you're making any sort of money, they'll try to screw you for it. That's about it. So right now, the way our country is working is they're actually paying you just as much, if not more, to not work. That's funny. They're like right now they're taxing everybody that works and they're giving it all to the people that don't work or don't I mean about I guess like Gracie will be working, but there are people that will refuse to work and just collect the paycheck. I'm not worried one bit. Yeah, I know, Amanda. You're probably not worried at all. You got a lot of people here that'll help you out, get you sorted and whatnot. Well, I mean, if you think about it, Amanda, what we're talking about, you don't have somewhere. The longer you're away from work, the less you're gonna miss it when you leave. Okay, you get to see your ma. Pretty cool. I mean, at least get as much. You're now allowed to get as much time as you possibly can with her. Yeah, very good friends. I mean, honestly, the way it sounds is most of your friends are over here, anyways. Most of the people you know. Hey, JV, perfect timing, by the way. How you doing, man? Good to see you come in. Yeah. I mean, honestly, why not? Something new. I don't know. I guess I could never see myself moving to Australia, but I'm sure it's easier because all my friends are here and all your friends are here. Yeah, I'm confused by what you mean, Gracie. Amanda and Gracie, yeah. Uh, Amanda's eventually hopefully planning to come on over. But I mean, it would make sense for you to come over because, why not? Just reading all this. Okay. Oh, you will be. It's confirmed now. Because just a couple days ago, I thought you were. Uh, 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 um, just a couple days ago, I thought you were thinking about it or whatever. Amanda, I remember the couple months ago when you were thinking about it and you didn't really think you were gonna make it or you were questioning it and all that. And look what you now. Look at you now. 100%. Sounds good. I'll be looking forward to it. Amanda, we were literally. I remember we could probably go back a couple streams and find the conversations about how you didn't know if you're ever gonna make it. You were questioning if you should move over here and all that, and now you're talking 100%. I'm coming over, and it's been 2 months. Isn't that crazy? Stuff is moving quick. Stuff is changing fast. Yeah, good night, Gracie. Thanks for coming in. Let me know how your move goes. Sounds like a lot of fun and a lot of interesting things. That the fact that they're cutting you checks for using their electric. That's crazy. Really cool though. Yeah, for sure. Definitely the best reason. Cheesy popcorn. There's your reason right there. I'm just kidding. Yeah, for sure. I might be streaming again Thursday night, but I don't know for sure yet. The week changes drastically sometimes. So for the plan being right now, Thursday, cheesy popcorn is a great reason. Damn good reason. Damn good reason. You kidding me? Damn good reason. And venison jerky, another good reason. I don't think y'all get venison over there, Amanda, but you're gonna like it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. You're gonna definitely be surprised. It's gonna be a lot of fun, man. I really think all those things that were happening, you don't got to worry about that at all because it's all gonna change no matter what. The only thing I've noticed though that Australia is a lot better for car uh laws or car modification laws. Like they don't have very strict rules on how big your engine can be or how loud it can be or the fun stuff. I think the world's fastest car or world most horsepower car or whatever is built in Australia. I mean, hey, and Amanda, on top of that, you move over here, not everything's trying to kill you. That's a plus. That's already a win, I mean, some things will try to kill you over here, but most of it, I mean, you're more likely to die from a human being over here than you are any animals. You're honestly, if I'm being dead honest, you're more likely to die from a cow. Cows are like one of the leading killers or something like that over here. I actually think that you're more likely to die from a cow or being kicked by a cow than you are from being bit by a shark. True story. You're scared of cows? I mean, cows are like big puppies, honestly. The only time they ever kick you is I don't know. You got to really do something to get them to kick you, or you got to have a pissed off cow in general. Because cows, honestly, when they're raised properly and they're not abused or anything, they're like giant puppies. I kid you not, from the get go. Yeah, you'll get used to it. She'll get used to it. That's for sure. It's like saying she's afraid of kangaroos over there. It's literally that's how abundant cows are here, or even more than that. Okay, saying you're afraid of cows here is like saying you're afraid of birds where you live. Like they're just everywhere. You can't go more than 10 miles without seeing a cow. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's why we're the ones harvesting their farts. They're totally planning to take over the world. It's all in their evil plans. Yeah. Yeah, they're gonna get us hooked on harvesting their farts. Okay. What's next? They're gonna start planting microchips into their milk. Or I mean, or maybe it's just the fact that they're gonna make us create such a need for their milk that they're eventually gonna use it to leverage world dominance. You know? I actually know a farm that's over in Rice Lake that they harvest cow farts, or they harvest the methane that comes off of the batch, or their manure pit. It's like a giant. It honestly looks like a giant oil rig thing because it's constantly has a flame up top, or maybe it's burning it off. But I think it's used to help power part of the plant or power part of the farm. But hey, JV, you were over here not that long ago. We had a tornado touchdown 4 miles from my house, or 4 to 6 miles from my house. Pretty crazy, right? It's not actually that big of a tornado, but I have videos of it. It's pretty cool. I think it was within 6 miles for sure of my house, and I actually turned out to be within 2 of it when I found out about it, and I was like, "Crap!" My parents were freaking out. I was on a tractor, and they're freaking out, telling me to get off the tractor and to get in the car so that way we could go home or something. And I'm looking around the sky, and I'm like, "Oh no, we're good. We got some time." Just kept driving the tractor and drove it all the way home, and then found out that it was headed. I mean, I kind of figured it was headed southeast, and we were headed northeast, so we were fine anyways. I wanted to, but at the same time, we were. By the time we found out it was happening, it was already gone, or we saw the end of it. We saw the funnel spout, or the funnel cloud off in the distance, and then it was gone. That's but by the time we even knew it was happening. And I tell you what, we had flash flooding, and the water on the ground came up about 4 inches within 30 minutes. Could not believe it. An insane amount of rain dumpage. Crazy amount of rain. And no, I couldn't believe there was a tornado. They warned us for isolated tornadoes, but usually when they warn for isolated tornadoes, it's like they're not much to worry about. And it's true, this tornado was barely an F1. Or if F1 at all. It destroyed part of a pole shed, or did something to a car, and then a couple trees down. That's about it. So it didn't really do any damage, but it wasn't a full tornado, but it did touch down a couple times, like a full tornado. But it only ever touched down, I think, in open field. But no, we had that, and then I actually got some good pictures of the shelf cloud that produced it. And I don't know if I got any pictures of the funnel cloud because it's kind of far off. But yeah, you're on your. Oh, you're so lucky over there. I've only ever seen funnel clouds. Only ever seen funnel clouds. I've never got lucky enough to actually see one touch down. I've seen like 6 funnel clouds. 5 or 6. And they've been so spread out, it's unreal. We don't get so here we don't get a whole lot of them, but we get like Texas tornadoes, but very rarely. We don't ever get half-ass tornadoes. We either get uh, a full-size tornado or we get a funnel cloud. So either you're going to tell right within the first 15 minutes of a tornado here at least if it's going to touch down, because if it's going to touch down, it's going to do it now. And if it's not going to touch down, it's just going to be a funnel cloud for the remainder of the storm. So you generally, I've noticed that within the first 15 to 30 minutes of a tornado or a funnel cloud doesn't drop, it's not going to happen. F3 or smaller, yeah. So you'll get a majority, a lot of them, but we had the last actual tornado we had that did any sort of damage was an F4, and it was an F3/F4, and it's the Barron County tornado. It was actually made national news. It was on the ground for over 50 miles. I think it was over 50 miles or something ridiculous. It actually set the Wisconsin state record tornado, and it killed one, but that was only because he was stupid and went outside to watch it, or he sat in his truck trying to watch it, and at the last minute he decided he was going to try and get out and run to shelter, but by then it's already on top of you. You're done for. Dude, maybe I need to come out there for a while. Come out there for. Yeah, thank you. Come out there for a bit, because I really, all I need to see is one touchdown. I honestly was planning to go south towards Kansas, down to Oklahoma. Down in Oklahoma, they get JV. You're not. I mean, maybe you'll believe this, and you probably understand. Yeah, thanks, man. That sounds great. That's great for that. But down where my uncle is, he says that they see full size tornadoes, like you said, like ticks. They happen so often that the majority of the people that live there, like, they're like, oh, okay, cool, let's happen in one town over. We got time, you know. Around here, we don't see them that often, but we still are the same way, where everybody's watching it. We don't run and hide for. We don't run and hide for shit. We watch it. I love watching. I've yet to see a tornado, but we did actually have. Well, I think we had one, and we had multiple people see it. Had a tornado of a smaller, like F1 size, come right down our road by my house, right down the middle of the road. You know. Amanda, you don't understand how much might change when you get here, though. When you understand that tornadoes rarely ever kill anyone. Rare tornadoes, literally, you're almost more likely to get struck by lightning. You're more likely to die from getting kicked by a cow than you are dying from a tornado. Not Tornadoes only kill when people are either dumb or people have no clue it's happening. If you literally just watch your basic. Everything is going to be a change for sure. So you're going to get here and you're going to realize tornadoes and weather isn't actually that dangerous unless you put yourself in a position to make it dangerous. If you don't get within a certain distance of a tornado, you're never going to even know. You're never even going to, it's not even going to matter. You'd be always cautious of it, but you never really have to worry. It's literally like getting kicked by a cow. You get too close and you're going to find out. You know, you're going to find out what's going to happen. You keep your distance. You're all good. Nothing's going to happen. You're going to get some hail damage. That's always a potentiality. But it becomes fun. You're gonna look at a tornado and be like, "That's freaking sick." You know, you're not gonna be like freaking out. People that freak out, are the ones that generally get killed. The ones that fear it instead of respecting it, are the ones that generally end up in a bad situation. Yeah, have a good night, man. Thanks for coming in. It's great seeing you come in. I've been talking to Amanda about you. Uh oh wow, okay. Y'all just being open about it now? I didn't. Wow. Okay. Damn, y'all just free range with that now. I didn't know that. I was still keeping it a secret. I didn't. Okay, y'all saw it here. That's not me. That's them. I didn't know that this was open. Works for me. Well, of course, I'll keep it. I'd keep it a secret for another year or whatever. I don't know how long y'all were planning to keep it a secret, but I would have done so. I don't have a problem keeping secrets. It's all cool that y'all trusted me with that. That's you know, it's awesome. But ah man, so glad. Yeah, I try to be. Uh so glad that y'all are actually doing something. I didn't know y'all were even into each other, interested in each other until a couple weeks ago. Really good, glad for you guys. I mean, it makes sense. It really does. Yeah. Oh man, I didn't really know. Well, I didn't know what was going on, and then I put two and two together the other night. Yeah, of course. I literally, you all said it took me long to put two and two together, But honestly, it took me about 5 minutes, and then I sat there wondering whether I should say anything or not. And then when I finally said something, y'all were like, "Oh, it took you long enough," and all that. And I'm like, "What? No, it didn't take me hardly any time. It took me like 5 minutes." I put the fact together that Amanda's coming to the US, and I put together the fact that she's going to South Dakota. Okay. And then I saw how you and him were laughy honky dory suddenly in my chat that night. And I was like, well, that don't make sense. And then that's when it clicked. Within 5 minutes, I knew, and then I just didn't have the confirmation. And then you messaged me and you're like, yeah, this is what's going on. And I'm like, oh, okay, that makes plenty sense. Oh, I knew it well ahead of time, or I knew it within time. Don't even. Y'all giving me crap for that. Heck no, I knew. Maybe it took 10 minutes. I give it 10 minutes at the max. But when it clicked, I was like, oh, yeah, makes sense. Oh man, I'm so glad y'all I don't have to keep that secret no more. I'm good at keeping secrets, but I don't like to. I mean, I'm really good at keeping secrets, but it still bugs me. It still gives me the normal anxiety everybody else gets. The fact that I accidentally almost tell people. Like, Amanda, I've kept a secret from you for 2 months now, or a month now, on what's coming in the mail. But I'm pretty, or not in the mail, but what's gonna be coming. But I'm pretty sure you already know. 10 minutes, you reckon your expression when it clicked was awesome. Oh yeah, you saw that? Yeah, I figured that out when it suddenly clicked. I'm like, can't say anything. Can't say anything, but at the same time, I want to say everything, and I want to confirm, but I still couldn't, and I didn't want to give it away on stream that I knew. Holy cow! One could say though, with the time y'all spent in my stream, that the ginger ignited the spark. Hilarious. Much laugh, much wow. I should be a comedian. Oh yeah. Yeah, I know, right? Haha. Tee. I know, right? So we've been getting a lot of rain. Man, my brain just jumped a split second there. We've been getting a decent amount of rain, and I'm glad we're coming out of the drought. But it also scares me that tomorrow is just now hitting July, and we've already gotten some pretty nasty weather. A storm chaser? What do you mean? Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I get you what you mean now. The comedian thing. Yeah, storm chaser, but at the same time, I don't have money to be a storm chaser. Otherwise, I would be doing that long ago. Yeah, no, I definitely do think this year will be bad. It's gonna be interesting. It's either gonna be really bad or it's gonna be pretty mild. Either or. We've already gotten a couple brief spin ups, but at the same time, by this time of year, we usually have a bit more tornado action. Like last year, we had a couple already down. I think June 14th, 2020, we had I actually on live TV at our local or our in Eau Claire weather station. We had a tornado touchdown right on TV, like live TV. We watched a tornado. I still have it saved on Facebook, and I will show you all eventually when I can. The whole thing happened, and it was really cool. It was a big rope tornado, or it wasn't humongous, but it was like an F2. It wasn't enough to do any real damage, but it happened right downtown Chippewa, I think, or happened right north of northeast or northwest of Eau Claire at the airport. It happened just about half to an eighth of a mile from the airport or a quarter mile from the airport. I'm pretty sure that's where it happened. And then it was going right down into downtown Wausoda, Lake Wausoda, I think it was. Yeah, you're gonna get plenty of updates and photos. For July is usually our hardcore ready to rock season for tornadoes and bad weather. July, big time. I got rain all week and possible storms. Well, most of the time when you have a storm, you have rain. Or rain, you have storms. But no, man, I will send you a picture from the storm porn folder right now. And I will show you the tornado that happened last year, June 14th. Or it was either June 14th or the 18th. Yep. There you are. It's a actual folder on my phone called storm porn. If y'all could, you can basically see it. I'm kind of lucky it blurred out because it has that word. But it's called storm porn, and it has 132 photos related to storm or weather in it so far. We have a couple of the slow mo shots of my lightning from a while back, which y'all could see that. Maybe I turn my light. So some of the still shots from my lightning last year, or not last year, but at the beginning of the year. Uh, some basic tornado pictures that a couple of the guys I follow on Facebook have taken. So this is a thing. This is an Oklahoma tornado report thing. It has April 26th, 1991, Red Rock. May 3rd, 1999 was Moore, Oklahoma. Mulhall, Oklahoma was May 3rd, 1999. 1999 got a lot of tornadoes. May 24th, 2011, Chickasha, Oklahoma, Piedmont, and Goolsby all got tornadoes in the same day. Oklahoma, and then these are big tornadoes. These are bad tornadoes, nasty tornadoes. May 20th, 2013, Moore, Oklahoma. El Reno, Oklahoma, May 31st, 2013. That's a big time tornado. Well known tornado. I think it's actually the widest tornado in the world or something like that. Was El Reno. May 9th, 2016, Sulphur, Oklahoma. Then you got some rope tornadoes. And then we have one of my absolute favorite tornadoes ever. Was an F4 out of Minnesota. Minnesota has one of my very favorite tornadoes. Minnesota, of all places. And then we got some cool still shots of clouds and coverage. Some Mamadas clouds on the backside of a supercell. Couple more tornado pictures. They at least have the names with them, so I ain't copywriting. It has their names on it. Actually, I've always wanted this poster. It's from the movie Twister. I really wanted this poster. That's in storm porn for some reason. Oh, right here. Wisconsin 2020 tornado count was I'm blocking y'all off. I'm sorry. 3 cell every night. Interesting. Cool. So Wisconsin 2020 tornado count 17 tornadoes total. Tornado days 7. EF zeros 11 EF zeros, EF ones 6, EF twos to EF 5 0 tornadoes. We didn't have a single tornado over an EF1 rating. And then this was a tornado picture that was actually taken in Lake Wissota. That's about an hour south of me or 45 minutes south of me. Big old rope. Or not necessarily rope. Okay, so here's the picture from the night the tornado touched down live on TV. You can kind of see it is right here. You can see the rope coming out of the base. This touchdown on live TV. I was shitting bricks because I was watching it on my phone and I had never seen a live tornado on TV. There's another picture. Crazy night. Because I think like 3 or 4 tornadoes touched down in that evening. And then we have some pictures that I took personally of a shelf/wall cloud coming from south to north. So what I have found with storms is that when they come from south to north, they're generally cold. And when they come from north to south, they're generally hot. I've just noticed that in Wisconsin, between funnel clouds and shelf clouds and stuff like that. I've noticed that when a storm blows in from the south, headed north, it's generally, you'll feel cold. It's really cold. But then the storms headed from the south or the north to south, they're generally very humid. They're very hot and sticky and muggy and disgusting. And yeah, that's generally what I noticed with the whole tornadoes and all that stuff. Is they're not tornadoes, but yeah, otherwise, most tornado producing or straight line wind producing cells come from east to west. That's what I noticed, at least. Most of them come out of Minnesota, and we can generally get a good description or a good idea of how bad they're going to be by the time they hit the border with Minnesota. Because either a strong storm will either fizzle out at the border of Minnesota, Wisconsin, or they'll get stronger. So the Barron County tornado, actually, I predicted that like 4 or 5 hours before it even happened because of that distinct giveaway where if a storm is going to get big, it's going to do it right at the border. It's going to just blow up, and it did. It went from an itty-bitty cell hitting the cities to a bunch of different cells that just exploded wide. And I knew this storm was going to be perfect. I knew that storm would have been perfect for chasing. And it was. It produced one of the biggest tornadoes known to Wisconsin history, EF3/EF4, and it tore shit up. It went through a trailer house or a trailer park and wiped it clean. And then it touched down a couple different times through trees everywhere. You know, I drove through the rubble after, or the wreckage after that tornado went through, and it was eye-opening, very eye-opening. Houses just off their, I mean, I drove down through Sheldon, and there was a house that literally was cleaned off the floorboards. It was cleaned off the frame. Everything was gone. Or not everything was gone. The refrigerator was still sitting where it was. The wood stove in the house was still sitting where it was. But the entire rest of the house was gone. Essentially, it was a roof on a basement. I seen there was a frame where a barn used to be. I seen that down by Sheldon. I saw uh down towards south of Bruce, down towards Audie or south down by Island Lake. There was a whole bunch of trees just twisted to shit and just destroyed. And it was crazy, real eye opening to see stuff like that. Just knowing that it did that much damage, yet we are still able to get out of harm's way and only killed one person, and that person had put themselves in that position of being in danger. If that man had never decided to take that risk and put himself in danger, he would be still alive today, I'm sure. And the way he did it was a foolish way to put yourself into danger. And I'm not speaking ill of the dead, but he could have been, even if he had put himself in danger, he still could have sought shelter in a certain period of time he would probably be alive today. I mean, I read the reports to it. I read, there was bystanders that saw him sitting in his truck, and then as soon as the tornado actually hit the trailer park is when he decided to start running for shelter. And he probably just got swept off his feet he waited too long. There were people that were screaming at him, I heard. This is all hearsay. This isn't guaranteed. But there was people yelling at him to get in the house, get into the basement, and he just sat in his truck and watched it. And they said that the tornado had already been coming through the trailer park and they could see it clearly, and he just still sat there. And then just before it got to them was when he decided he needed to run for shelter. And I heard he got caught about halfway from his truck to the house is where he got caught. And then they didn't see him after that, and they found him. But there's nothing you can do. That's just he put himself in that position of danger and just got unlucky, I guess. But yeah, I know it was very unfortunate. And I heard more details to how he died, but I ain't gonna talk about that on stream because that got a little bit, interesting. But actually, I heard a story about what just south of Ladysmith, the tornado had touched down again. It hit a barn just 5 miles from Ladysmith or something like that. 4 miles. Completely. The thing about a sheet metal barn, all the cows inside it, when a tornado hits, it sort of acts like a blender. And I heard that essentially a head count of 140 cows became ground beef within 5 minutes. Very unfortunate, but also very interesting to think of. The tornado became a blender and sort of just mulched them. And I heard stories about how they were, for a couple weeks after that, they were still picking up chunks of cow off the side of the road and out in the field. And it was just a horrible scene. But at the same time, it was kind of cool because it literally, sheet metal is super sharp, and the tornado just became a blender. And then I heard another barn got pushed over, but I think it was 140 head, or maybe half the herd got lost to it, or something like that. But essentially, that was the story: is the cows got mulched, like throwing them into a wood chipper. That's basically what it sounded. Really cool, though. I think at least it was really cool. I wish there was pictures, but no. Social media is stupid these days. At least give the people the option to see what it is. But no, I don't know. I love watching videos and hearing stories of tornadoes or about tornadoes. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I actually watched a documentary on tornadoes not too long ago, a week or two ago. Just completely random. It was on PBS right here on at the house. I didn't put it on. This camera stand is kind of interesting sometimes. Have it set up for the wall, but then I also want to have it set up so y'all can see me somewhat. But no, I'm hoping to at least stream again Thursday. See how that all goes. Certain things are going. I actually don't think I don't think I have very long left on the thing that's coming in the mail, or not in the mail. I keep saying in the mail. I'm having it built, and it's just taking time to get parts to come in. And I understand that's fine. It makes sense. That's fine. If you're working or not, either way, sounds good to me. I don't even know if I'm gonna have it, honestly. I've been spending a lot of time other places. Alright, sounds good, Mud Chat. Thanks for coming in though. Everybody coming in is great. It's still great to have someone to talk to. Even if y'all just listen, it's okay. At least I'm talking to someone better than talking to nobody at all. On these streams, it's great to have people at least in here. It's a lot nicer if people engage in the group chat or in the chat, but I'm not really worried about it. Y'all want to come in and just listen? No, never gonna forget about y'all. Amanda, even though I haven't been streaming, we've still been talking like consistently. Yeah, but at the same time, I want to entertain. I don't want to just talk to myself. Then I might release interest or things about myself or talk about things about myself, but I rather talk about things about other people and people's experiences. I really wanted to start a podcast for that, just to talk to people about their lifelong interests and goals and all that stuff. I think that'd be really cool, but I don't really have much people to interview about it. Nobody that isn't my age, of course. I know a lot of people my age are out of school or all that. It's funny that 90% of our graduating class still lives and works within town here. At least 90%. It's funny. And a lot of the older graduates still live here. People that are older than me, the have you ever thought about getting someone to be a guest upon the channel, interview them? Well, see that's the thing. The only way I have an ability to set that up right now is if they came here. If they came into my room and did the whole thing. I don't have the software or ability to interview people over the internet right now just because I'm running on a $100 Chromebook that is really junk and starts panicking as soon as anything interesting happens. And I don't think it would be able to keep up the frame rate. But things should be changing very soon here, or as soon as it possibly can be. That should all change, and see, that's the thing. The panel, my computer has a hard enough time just streaming. This computer is so junk. Just streaming is plenty for it. You guys see how my audio cuts out from time to time, all that stuff. This computer is not a good setup for what I'm doing. Yeah, stream This computer is not that good at all. I could go on Walmart's website and order the same computer for $100 right now. It's when I bought it, it was for school, and that's about it. It was for typing up computer or typing up papers and stuff like that. It was not meant for anything interesting like this. So just sort of made it. I sort of like I'm just using this computer now for this, and then with hopes to eventually upgrade. And unfortunately, I cannot disclose any information because I have been sworn to secrecy. Otherwise, I would just full free range, just let y'all know and all that stuff. But there's a lot to be coming to the channel as soon as it goes through. Just waiting on a couple things. I don't know. It's been a long time, and I'm pretty sure I'm getting so close to just telling y'all what it is and just being done with it because it's taking a lot longer than I expected it was gonna take. So I don't know, but with that being said, I could be hit up. The guy could tell me tomorrow that it's done, and I could go get it. You know, it's gonna change my streaming game, what it actually is, because Amanda made me swear to secrecy so that way it could be a surprise for the channel. So I don't know. I can't really tell y'all I can't even tell you what I bought to go with it, just because that would be a dead giveaway. Mud Trap, if you go back a couple streams, I actually talk about it when Amanda's not in. Because it's something different for my channel. I don't know. I guess I talked about it. If you can crack Amanda on let me just tell y'all what it is, or Amanda, I'm thinking about ending stream soon. If you wanted to hop off or hop out of the stream, I could just tell her what it is and be done with it. Or at least let her know because she seems to want to know. It's up to you, honestly. It's up to y'all because I'd gladly tell you, but Amanda don't want to know. Oh, okay, that's fine. That's fine. It won't be more than a couple more months. It shouldn't be that much longer, honestly. It's just taken a little more time than what was expected, but at the same time, I kind of expected it'd take this long. Just certain things that have been going on, but otherwise, right now we're only waiting on one last thing to fit the entire puzzle, and then stream quality. Amanda, on a drop of a hat, I would tell you and everybody I would do it for free, okay? I do it for free. At this point, I would pay someone to let me tell. Like at the drop of a hat, I would tell y'all what it was or what it is. I Amanda, don't do this to me. It's either all in or not in at all. Because I could tell you right now, I could reach right here. I have my hand on it and show y'all what it is. And this would be a dead giveaway to what I'm getting. There's two of them actually. There's one here and one behind it. I've been waiting for probably about a month now to show y'all. Really? You're doing this? There's no way. No way. Okay, cool. I'm showing y'all this. You give in. I mean, to me, it's a big deal. I've been waiting a long time. I mean, it's probably a pretty much a giveaway. It's been a giveaway for a long time, or pretty much a dead giveaway on what it was. There you go. It's a computer monitor, obviously. Oh yeah, that's fine. Honestly, computer monitor, 28 or 20 inch, 60 hertz. Yep, Amanda. What's coming in the mail? It's a gaming computer, or not coming in the mail. I'm having a gaming computer built that'll run. Yeah. So that night, I actually told you I did crack that one night and just played it off so well. I played it off so well that you had no idea by the end of the night. I played it off so well, and I accidentally told you. Yeah, JV knew. By the way, Amanda, JV knew when he came over. I told him. I didn't even think of it, but I told him. I told him, but I didn't tell you. But oh yeah, that night. But Amanda, you gotta understand that night was a complete accident. Complete accident that I told you that. Because I was talking to Corey, and I've been talking to Corey about that for months. Yeah. So Amanda, you were probably or not Mudchamp, you were probably in or Becca, you were probably in one of those other streams that I did without Amanda or a lot of people knowing. And I just warned people not to go into them. But I have been waiting for so long, and I'm finally gonna set this up tonight. I'm gonna stay up so late setting it all up because that I was literally not setting it up just so it wouldn't give it away on stream. Yeah, I know. I messed up bad. It was so unfortunate because I was like, you gotta understand that night I was tired and I was so used to talking to Corey about it because me and Corey have been talking about it on Xbox or on the phone for so long. He helped me pick it out or not pick it out, but he basically helped me approve everything that was going into it because he knows a little bit more about computers and stuff. And so right now I'm actually just waiting on the graphics card. My motherboard came in a week or two ago. Yeah, I know. My graphic all I'm waiting on is the ATX 1650. It's not the best graphics card in the world, but I also have like a lot of storage. I don't know, it's more of a base computer. Eventually I hope to buy another one and have a gaming computer and have a streaming computer. This one is sort of a gaming slash streaming computer, so it'll hold a lot more. It has a lot of RAM and like a terabyte of RAM, and then it has like a lot of storage, like a couple terabyte or like I don't know. I have the specs. Yes, make things way easier. Way easier. Like I have dual monitor setup and it'll run both HDMI and then both of them at HDMI. One will run off my motherboard and one will run off my graphics card. So one will be for gaming, one monitor will be for gaming, and one will be able to run the entire stream. It'll run the stream on that monitor because it'll be in um my motherboard. And then of course all you guys already know what I thought this would be a giveaway. This stuff would be a giveaway when I bought it. Of course, why would I buy RGB everything for my Chromebook? You know, I figured it was going to be a giveaway. It's going to be the computer is going to be RGB'd out big time. It's going to have so much stuff going on. Well, not big time, but like for a budget budget build. It's gonna have a decent amount of RGB. Oh man, I really messed this camera up. Luckily, I'm probably gonna end stream soon here, um, but I got all the stuff. It's gonna run Windows 10. I don't know. I've been waiting for so long to talk about this, but no, I have this set up, and I'll probably run because I have an HDMI port on this computer. I'll run off of one of these monitors for now. I do what? I messed it up bad. Yeah, I do. It's funny because I know if I slap my hand on this the stick right here, that it'll end the stream. I still haven't figured that part out. Literally, it'll black out. It'll cut the stream off if I just touch this block. Yeah, I'm gonna be able to do so much more. Like gaming wise, I'm gonna be able to do so much better streams. I'm gonna run OBS most of the time or some sort of streaming software. I'm gonna be able to run Photoshop. I'm gonna be able to run video editing software. Like it's literally gonna be like this computer can't probably do an eighth of what this new computer should be able to do. Like I should be able to run a stream at 1080p at 60 frames per second, maxing out these monitors because these are 60 hertz or 60 FPS per second or there's something, I don't know. I don't know if actually don't know. I think my PC will not be able to max these monitors out, but it'll become close. Finally, both patients are in bed. Awesome. But me and JV were talking about computers when he came here, and I don't know if mine is going to be better. It's probably going to be right around the same as yours will be, or maybe a little bit slower. I don't know. The way JV sounds, it sounds like his is super strong or a good computer, a good quality computer. But mine, I tell you what, I've been doing nothing but battle with waiting because PC parts are so hard to get your hands on right now. It's unreal. Unbelievably hard to get your hands on PC parts right now. Graphics cards are going for insane prices. Everything. It's just I don't know. But with this PC, I will be able to run just about anything. And that's with adjusting the settings maybe, but it will be all worth it when it's ready to set up. Yeah, so by this winter when I'm able to start or I'll have a lot of time off for work, I will be able to stream so much, it's unreal. I didn't get a chance to read that. But no, it's going to be insane. Really will be. I'm so excited. I'll be able to, maybe at some point be able to stream multiple platforms. I'm gonna have internet coming to the house. I'm gonna eventually order internet. Yours will be so much better. It's all about the user. Yeah. No, I'm gonna put so much time into it. I was gonna build a second one just because Jenna is always hogging mine to game on. So yeah, right now it is a rough story to get parts and everything going on. They say it might smoothen out, but within the next 5 years, it could be a difficult story. But right now, graphics cards, I seen 3080 graphics card going for like $4,000 on eBay, or like outrageous prices that graphics cards are going for right now. Then again, that is the best of the best graphics card. They had 3080 Ti's. But I'm gonna spend so much time getting stuff together. I'm gonna put a lot of time and effort into the stream to make it as quality as possible with video editing, clips, the whole 9 yards. Actually, fun fact, the reason why the behind the whole 9 yards, the saying in the whole 9 yards, back in the World Wars, the average chain machine gun round, or the average chain machine gun chain, was 9 yards long, and that's why using the term the whole 9 yards is in place. But why right now with COVID, the whole thing hitting, everybody and their mother wants to build a PC. So supply is greatly outran by demand. Like, everybody wants one, everybody needs parts, everybody wants to build a second computer, everybody wants to build a third computer, everybody in there and their mom wants to build a computer, and they can't keep up with COVID and everything like that. JV, you gotta catch your first camera. Why does everybody think I'm slow? JV, with the amount of red meat you eat, I wouldn't be surprised if you're slow. If I'm just being honest. I'm just kidding though. But yeah, no, PC parts. On top of that, right now, graphics cards, I don't know, they're not made to be mass produced. Like, they're in demand right now. Or they're not. At a certain point, you have to slow down production to build quality. And right now, all of the quality brands cannot build them fast enough for demand. Oh, I see. See, I knew it. That's funny. But no, I don't know. I've been sitting on all this stuff that I bought for this computer, not expecting it to take as long as it has, but it's going on 2 months now. And lucky ass. Can't believe you're having ribeye again. Damn it. She could have a steak right now. Stuffed frog legs. I had sloppy joes for dinner. But man, I'm gonna be able to watch Netflix at crazy high settings. Not that it matters. If anything, I think the girlfriend will care about that a little bit more. But no, yeah, I cannot wait for this computer. Frog legs are good, but they're sweet. Tired of ribeye, yeah. Frog legs are really good, but they're naturally sweet. The meat is like naturally not. It's like, it's hard to explain. It's like if you were to honey glaze a piece of meat. You've never had a sweet frog leg? Then I don't know what we're getting from up here, because the meat up here, the frog legs up here, I'm from Wisconsin naturally. Taste sweet, or not like normal meat. Oh yeah. Yeah, I know. So the quality and all the crisp, like, I don't know. I'm interested, but it's gonna be crazy. I don't know how good it's gonna be. It's gonna be really awesome. I cannot wait to get that computer. Be able to do so much. Yeah, of course you're kidding. That's fine. Southern frog legs are as sweet as ours up north. Ours are actually better. Interesting. That's what I've always known. Is they're just naturally sweet. That's all I've always known them, and I've had them seasoned. I've had them unseasoned. We don't get them very big up here. Well, from the wild, but we get them. I mean, you go to a restaurant where they ship them in, and they're still sweet. But we don't really ever get um, naturally big frog legs up here. They're usually a bit smaller. You get a good sized bullfrog up here, it's still about the half size of a southern. No, ours are not processed. I've been to live bullfrog, or not live bullfrog, but bullfrog like cookout or whatever, and they were grilled and they were caught within 8 hours of when they were put on the grill. Yeah, they're just a bit smaller up here. That's what I noticed. Is they're a bit smaller. It's like, uh, it's the difference between a factory raised chicken and a farm or a wildly raised chicken. Or the wild ones are generally a little bit smaller, but they're still they taste better. Same thing with a deer. Fawn, the younger the deer is, the better they taste. The smaller they are, the better they taste. I'll just eat bonbons to they are sweet. Our frog legs work and get more hearty. Oh my gosh. Becca, you don't understand. We get bullfrogs up here that eat other bullfrogs, or bullfrogs that eat big frogs. You get bullfrogs up here that are such dickheads that they decide that they need to attack every lure you throw in the water. I've had that so many times I can't count. I've had bullfrogs try to eat my bobber before. No, I don't know. Our frogs are big up here. Just the same. Just the same up here. They can get just as big. Just very few, far and few. You don't ever see down south. You see bullfrogs regularly that are really big. Up here, you see bullfrogs that are really big, but not. I mean, you catch one every 8 frogs up here, maybe, and down there you catch them one every 4 frogs is a ginormous one, or one every 3 frogs is a giant bullfrog. Up here, you catch 1 out of 10. Usually, you get a batch of frogs in a pond, and usually about one of them will be a big sucker. Unless, I mean, you find one, you can find a lake though up here that produces them pretty good, but it'll only produce one good batch of bullfrogs or frogs. Yeah. Well, we eat small. You can eat small ones too, but just you don't get as much meat. It almost seems more like a waste because it's like a chicken leg but on meth, just real skinny. It's scrawny and just not meaty. Yeah, you can try them. Just about any Chinese restaurant, or you'll find a Chinese restaurant generally within 40 miles of each other that'll have them. Or you go closer to the bigger cities, they have them. Yeah, stunted growth. Just because we have cold season, just because ours go into hibernation and y'all's don't. Our bullfrogs freeze solid during the winter. They get down deep in the mud. Yeah, they're really good. And then, Amanda, I don't know if y'all have yabbies over there, or mud bugs, or crawfish. Those are good too. Them are your freshwater or your freshwater what are they? Freshwater lobster. Then you can get a nice uh cookout of crayfish just about anywhere in the states. Well, anywhere in the Midwest, we have yabbies and marron. So I'm talking about yabbies. Y'all call them yabbies, but we call them crayfish, crawfish, mud bugs. I don't know. There was one ditch shrimp or something they call them because some of them live in ditches. Yeah, our deer would oh my gosh. Becca, you have no clue. Y'all's deer don't get nearly as big as ours. The North has some big deer. I mean, personally, I've shot deer over 200 pounds, and them are still kind of small. I've seen big bucks shot up here that were pushing 300 pounds. There was one buck that was shot within 50 miles somewhere around me that was like 360. 360-pound buck. Like, they get ginormous up here. That's the one thing y'all couldn't talk about. So do our coyotes. I noticed our coyotes get a lot bigger up here than they get down south. We get coyotes the size of dogs. And we get wolves the size of like we get wolves that can take down cows by themselves. We get big wolves. I've seen some pretty big wolves. Not quite Canadian wolves or not quite, deep rocky wolves. The wolves that they cause y'all's deer outsmart. No, what it is our deer have winter, so our deer gain fat in the winter, and they build muscle off of carrying the fat, and then they get bigger and bigger and bigger. Our winters are harsh on those deer, and our winters build our deer into freaking tanks. Our winters are a lot rougher than y'all get down there. Becca, I don't really know where you're from, but if you're anywhere from the south, I tell you what, we have 50 below winters on the regular or up here. Anywhere in the northern part of the states, we get insanely cold winters. I mean, this year they were complaining about 10-degree temperatures in Texas. That's not even that bad. That's a walk in the park in Wisconsin. 10-degree temperatures. You could walk in the park with a t-shirt on. Cuz I remember one day yes. Yeah, coyotes and wolves get huge sometimes and mistake coyotes for wolves because they get big. Our yotes, I noticed. I mean, I've heard of a pack of yotes taking down, cows and stuff like that. Big things. I've seen, or I've heard of a pack of yotes taking down a black bear before, around here at least. I've heard them tearing black bears apart, and that's saying a lot because a black bear can wipe out half the pack in one swipe. Oh, no, 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 Amanda, you don't have nothing to worry about. Don't worry about that stuff, okay? Amanda, no, 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 no. It's all okay. Amanda, don't worry. don't worry about that stuff. Okay. We need to pick a different topic of discussion because we are trying to convince this one to move to the States. Yeah, no, it don't. No. One coyote versus I really don't think those odds match up. A pack of coyotes, yes. A pack of 4 coyotes can probably take on a cow, but one coyote could not take on a pissed off cow. No way in hell. I've seen too many There's no way. Unless it was a smaller cow. Okay, Becca, the cows up here that live day in and day out being hunted by coyotes. I mean, we've come across dead coyotes just checking lines or checking fence. One cow could kick the shit. Yeah, they have to be because I mean, we once came across a coyote that had its head kicked completely in, like its skull collapsed by a cow kicking it. One cow. That's all it took it out. Crazy. I'm telling you what though, the coyotes up here are big coyotes, and the cows up here are big cows. And I still don't think a coyote on its own would even be stupid enough to try something like that. I mean, a calf is a whole different story. A calf is easily taken out, but that's only because they don't have much experience. Where a full grown, mature cow. Yeah, mountain lions are something to watch out for. No, but yeah, mountain lions are far and few unless you're looking for them anymore. We get a mountain lion down around here and there. That's fine. You can respect. You can disagree all you want. I understand, but I've seen some crazy shit that cows do with their feet, and I fully understand how many people die from cows by every year because they have some strong ass kicks. I I mean, but no, I don't think around here a coyote would even be stupid enough to try and take on a cow by itself. It'd have to be pretty damn hungry to even try it. It might nip at its ankles, but that's about as far as it's gonna get because cows are just they're puppies, but they are also violent when they get antagonized. That's for damn sure. I've seen pictures of crazy stuff, but um wolves are also a bit smarter around here. They stick to the deep woods. They generally don't come around houses or people. If you see them coming around houses or people, they're generally alone just because they're curious rather than they're hunting. Um I've never actually seen a pack more than 3 wolves at a time. Most of the time there's packs of or like there's usually a couple or like 2 of them together hunting. OMG. Okay. Well, they're not all trying to kill you. Okay, Amanda. In order for any of those things to kill you, you would have to provoke them. You would have to almost go out of your way to have that happen. So, with a mountain lion, they'll hunt you, but it's not very common. They have to be hungry, they have to have a reason to hunt you. That's about your worst one around here. Wolves will same thing. They kind of have to be hungry. You kind of have to provoke them or put yourself in the position to be attacked. Cows, that's just because you provoke them, you piss them off, you get behind them when they don't want you to behind them, something like that. Coyotes will never kill a human. Coyotes, they would have to be rabid. They'd have to have a full pack of them after you, and you be bleeding out. That's about the only time they might even think about attacking a human. Coyotes are very not worry about. Bears, same thing. You have to provoke them. You have to go out of your way to actually do something to them. Otherwise, bear will run from humans. They don't want no part of it. Yeah, and honestly, mountain lions are cats. So the chance that they're actually hunting you rather than them just sort of following you to figure out what you are, what you're doing, more curiosity. Curiosity killed the cat. That's what it is. They're cats. They're more of just curious rather than ever been trying to actually hunt you and kill you. It's not. I mean, if you have to like set them off, it's more of a sport for them to kill you than it would be for them to kill you out of spite or hunger. Yeah. Um Coyotes not really much to worry about. They're like wild dogs. They don't you're lucky to ever see a coyote within 50 yards of you. They run like crazy. It Wolves are probably your biggest fear with a dog because wolves will kill your dog just because it's a dog. Wolves will kill out of spite because your dog is on their territory. That's about it. Hey Trey, how you doing, man? Thanks for coming in. So wolves will go out of their way to kill your dog, and that is purely because they are all dogs, and it's sort of just the territory aspect. So that's the one thing you do have to be careful about. Um, Mountain lions, your dog has to provoke a mountain lion. Coyotes, same thing. They sort of have to be wrong time. Yeah. Yep. Booster will be fine. Willing to bet. Like, you have to get a pack of wolves together. It has to have the right thing. You have to be deep in their territory. Certain things of where you should know already to keep your damn dog inside, and people don't keep their dog inside, then they're kind of asking for it. You chain your dog up outside in the middle of the night, it's going to happen. Yeah. Here's the thing, though. We don't have hardly anything for spiders that'll kill you. We don't have hardly anything for snakes that'll kill you. The snakes that will bite and kill you here, you actually have time to get to a hospital. Generally, you have at least you don't have a distinct amount of time, a set amount of time to get to a hospital, and you'll be fine. Um, we don't have scorpions. We have scorpions in the deeps, probably in Arizona, the deserty area, California, Southern California animals. Man, animals are no different from their instinctual protect if they need to, as well as protect themselves. Yeah, so it's basically like Australia, only Australia has a lot more animals per ratio that can kill you, where here we don't have very much animals that can kill you, but are more rather likely to accidentally kill you. I mean, bee stings are more dangerous. Yeah. No. Animals around here, I have full confidence that I could walk down the middle of the road in the middle of the night with no protection around here, and I most likely would be just fine. Yeah. Bear and wolves. No. Bear and wolves. Bears and wolves in the States have to be provoked. You have to give them a reason before they'll do anything to you. Unless they're extremely hungry, unless unless you just kick their pup, that's the situation you have to get into. You have to provoke them. You have to go out of your way. You have to hike for a day or two into the deep mountains, sprinkle blood all over yourself, and start screaming at the top of your lungs. And then they might still not even attack you. They might just wonder what the hell you're doing. Yeah. Bee sting. Yeah, equivalent. Honestly, we really have no. I mean, you have rattlesnakes. That's about it. And even if you get bit by a rattlesnake, you still have a certain period of time before you're fine and to get to a hospital, and most hospitals carry antivenom anymore. It's fairly easy to survive. I mean, I've heard of people actually not even going to the hospital for um rattlesnake bites and being just fine. I mean, it's really stupid because of blood clots and stuff like that, but it's true. I've heard of people going camping and getting bit by a rattlesnake and never doing nothing about it, being just fine. It's probably uncommon and very lucky that you would survive it, but it's true. Yeah. I heard that the fact is that not all rattlesnakes that bite you actually inject you with venom. It's more of the small rattlesnakes they have to worry about because they don't know how to do self-control. They don't know how any self-control, so they'll dump all of their venom into your leg just not knowing, rather than an older, more mature rattlesnake that might bite harder but not actually inject you with hardly any, if any, venom at all. That's what I've heard. But basically, Amanda, all you got to do is you get yourself a nice pair of work jeans, a nice pair of work boots, and they generally can't bite through it. They can bite through it, but not as easily. Yeah. Some rattlesnakes, like I said, the smaller the rattlesnake, the more deadly they can be because, like I said, it's shown that a younger, less mature rattlesnake is more afraid. So when they bite you, they dump everything they have into your leg or into that bite. And then that gets really dangerous because you got so much venom into you. Whereas the older, more mature rattlesnakes will bite you deeper and harder, but more or less won't inject all of their venom at once. It'll be more of a warning bite sometimes, I've heard. Yeah. Get a nice pair of leather boots. You'll be just fine. I haven't even ever seen a rattlesnake. I mean, I've seen them in zoos and stuff, but I've never actually seen one in the wild. Up in the north here, you don't ever really get into them. Yeah, that's what I heard is where the older ones are more smart with it and actually become less dangerous because they say that even older rattlesnakes have been known to give a warning bite where they don't put any venom in or hardly any enough. Yeah, I'll stop. Honestly though, it just showing how unafraid I am of them. I'm so confident with going out in the woods at any point in time without protection. I'm just fine with it. I only carry a pistol during bow hunting because bear get curious and that's about it. I usually carry a pistol during bow hunting season just to shoot coyotes that come in. That's about it. I have never even I think I've only ever seen one or two black bear in the woods while bow hunting. I've seen black bear in the woods while just baiting deer, but I've never been I think I've had only two experiences within 20 feet of a black bear, and one time was purely my fault because I pulled up on a four-wheeler and just got and I was like, "Oh, well, she's right there," and I was able to back away. Um, yeah, honestly, that's the truth. Yeah, yeah, yes and no. A black bear are scavengers naturally, so they're generally used to fighting wolves and coyotes off of a deer kill. So, but as long as you get to a deer within a certain like period of time, you're generally fine. But if you have to be stupid about it. Like I said, you have to put yourself in a position to where a black bear would get that opportunity. Black bears are not actually that common in the States. They're common, but actually having a black bear encounter is actually a lot less than you think. Yeah, but honestly, Amanda, you're a lot more danger living in Australia. You guys have snakes that come up the toilet. You imagine going to sitting down and you have something kiss your butt from the bottom that wasn't necessarily enjoying, you know, or you wouldn't necessarily enjoy it. I mean, in the states here, you're more likely to get a nice cold breeze from up the ass than you are a snake. Like you can swim in just about any lake and water around here and be just fine as long as you don't drink it. I don't know. There's so much perspectives to look at. You're much safer here in the States. You're more likely probably to die from hypothermia in the winter than you are to ever die from being killed by a black bear or bit bitten by a wolf. You know, it's just not common at all. You have to provoke it. I sat on the loo and the green, the frog jumped on my butt cheek. Exactly. That's what I mean. Sorry, I'm just not timid, Miss Amanda. As a matter of fact, I intimidate a lot of men. Nope. Yeah, honestly, that's the best way to live, though. Not fearing anything, knowing your information, but not being afraid. Knowing what you're dealing with, but not being afraid of it is probably your best bet in the United States. You have nothing to worry about as long as you know what you're doing, as long as you know how to handle any situation you're being put in. With a black bear, you just slowly back away from it. They probably don't want anything to do with you just as much as you don't want nothing to do with them. Now you walk up and kick their baby, they might be a little bit pissed off. Yeah, you might not walk away from that one. That's a little bit different of a story. Yeah, but when you get here, you're gonna realize how much not really that big of a deal it is. You'll be lucky to ever see a wolf in your life. Oh, well, I can't really speak for South Dakota. Here, it's very uncommon to see a wolf. You have to look for them. Here, to see a black bear, you have to look on the side of the road, and they're generally chewing on tree branches on the side of the road, not minding anything. They could have a care less. They're more like Mowgli from Jungle Book. They don't. They're just there. They're just living their life, trying to survive, just the same as us. You kind of have to cross paths with them, and you kind of have to piss them off in order to get anything from them. Most camping trips that you run into a black bear, they're just looking for food. There's actually a reason you should never feed a black bear is because then whenever they'll see a human being, they'll expect you to have food. That's why most people get attacked by a black bear or bears in general. It's because they go camping, they want to feed the nice black bear. Well, then the next human being that black bear sees, they'll expect them to have food, and when they don't produce, they get angry. Ta-da! You got a bear that's pissed off. Yep. My theory on it is I walk around the wood. Yep, pretty much. You really have nothing to worry about in the States. The chance of getting attacked by a black bear is a once in a lifetime ordeal, if at all. The chance of running into a wolf, same thing. Just kind of you got to be a luck of the moment. Honestly, I've only ever seen a few wolves in my lifetime, and I used to hunt on land that was infested with them. You know, and I don't know. I've more or less seen the damage wolves can do to livestock. Livestock is a different story with wolves. That's generally the only time you ever know a wolf is in the area is when livestock goes missing, livestock has chunks bitten out of it just because they're hungry. They're looking for food. That's naturally what they're going to do. They're going to go for your number one target. And considering cows are almost as abundant as humans are these days, it's kind of how it is. Honestly, you have to go looking to get trouble here. You have to go looking and you have to search pretty damn far and few to find trouble in the woods. I mean, you're probably more likely to get sick from mosquitoes, and mosquitoes don't carry anything. You're more likely to get a fever from the mosquito that bit something else that was sick. It's just not, but then again, even that is far and few. You really never run into, I mean, you can live in a state, you can honestly, man, you could live in the United States your entire life and never have any problems. Not one. Not a single one. You don't go looking, you will not be finding. Guaranteed. You have to go looking to find danger. Like I said, you have to put yourself in that position. You have to put yourself in that situation before you even come close to finding danger. You go looking for a black bear, you might never even not find one. Mosquitoes carry diseases, yes, but I'm from the deep north. You don't we don't get mosquito. We get around here you get swine flu. I think that's carried by mosquitoes. I think that's the only one. And that I don't even think that's possible. That's true. I have actually have what is it? Lyme's disease, but I got that from wood tick or a bear tick. And I think that's the closest I've ever come to being or getting sick from a plant or bug or mosquito or anything. I had what's it called? Poison oak once. That was from deer or that I was deer hunt when I got that. And then I don't know. I've never been bitten by anything. Yeah, when you're looking for them, JV, but at the same time, if you're not looking for a black bear, you don't really ever see them. Honestly, you see them laying on the side of the road when someone hits them. That's about it. That's all we ever see around here. You have a bird feeder, then you might find a few. Yeah, but honestly, those mosquitoes have to come in contact. And I think West Nile was once in New York, and that's the last time I ever heard of it actually be existing in the States here. It was around somewhere in New York. They had an outbreak. Shit, we're getting down to the last bit of the stream. It's coming down to that 2 hour mark. I'm gonna cut her off at 2 because I'm getting a bit tired. And if I'm being honest, I have a couple episodes of a series I'm gonna watch tonight, or maybe I gotta finish the Hulk. I watched the original Hulk movie the other night or last night. It's pretty good. My favorite Hulk movie is the Incredible Hulk though. Yeah. See down there, like I said, different story from up here. In the north is probably your best place to start when living in the States because you don't really have nothing looking to kill you. You don't have nothing really to worry about. You have nothing. Yeah, a very like New York, and that a couple years ago, New York had an outbreak, and that's about the last time I heard of it. I think maybe at the very beginning of COVID, there was an outbreak of West Nile, and that was it out east somewhere or out, yeah, east somewhere, but it was on the coast, and then it was cleared up within a little bit of no time. Um, yeah, I don't know. Around here, I mean, I live on a swamp. I live right next to a swamp, and JV, you know what I'm talking about, how you could just tell as soon as the sun goes down, the horde of mosquitoes comes out. And that's probably your best time to get to bed. That's all you can do is just go to bed because it gets bad. And after that, though, probably, enjoy your time here with JV, Miss Amanda. Hope you all have a great time. You'll be okay for sure. Yep, Amanda, you're going to be just fine. Don't worry. Literally, I've been living here my whole life, and I'm not even slightly worried that you're going to have any problems. Really don't doubt it. Very highly doubt it that you'll have any issues here. Well, you're more likely to have issues with taxes. You're more likely to have issues with car insurance and, like, you know, I mean, nowadays you're honestly, if the cold hard truth is, you're probably more likely to die from a human being a dumbass. Yeah. Yep. This was big hordes. Yeah, we get bats around here too. They come after the mosquitoes and stuff, but I haven't seen bats in a while. I'm kick the bucket driving. No, it's not all wrong. You'll get used to it. Driving on the right side. Amanda, you also gonna have to learn how to use the Fahrenheit system. You're gonna have to learn how to use the, what system is that called? Not the metric system, but the other one, the one we use. It's something. There's a term for it. Term. Customary? International system of units. The modern form of the metric system is preferred for many U.S. uses by the U.S. National Institute of Standards and Technology. It's not the metric system. There's no way. That's what I'm thinking. Just the system, measuring. Yeah, standard. That's what it is. It's standard. I'm pretty sure it's standard. There's standard and metric. That's what I'm thinking. You got your standard wrench and you got your metric wrench. That's what it is. Because then you also call driving stick standard. Or I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, standard. So Amanda, you're gonna have to get used to that. And you're gonna have to get used to Fahrenheit. So Fahrenheit is more of just a very precise measurement of temperature. It's more precise. So with Celsius, you have to get to a certain cold or a certain number of Fahrenheit to be a certain thing, whereas 1 degree of Fahrenheit can change. I don't know. You'll get used to it. It's different, but at the same time, it's much easier, much more precise. How much back? That's JVN. Yeah, it's gonna be fun though. Amanda, you're gonna love it here. Don't worry. Yeah, I'm just gonna show off real quick on. We just hit 2 hours, by the way. It's 12 o'clock. I'm probably gonna get off, honestly. Probably gonna get off. It's been a long night. Probably shoot for Thursday night, 10 o'clock, same time. If not Thursday night, just look for a night. One of these nights will be probably another stream, depending on which night I'm busy. Amanda, you know why, but a couple nights maybe. I don't know. But otherwise, I will see y'all in the next one. Catch you later. Catch you in the next one. Have a good night. JV, if you haven't already finished it, enjoy your steak. Amanda, hope your arm gets feeling better. Mudtramp, I don't know. I don't know. Have a good night. Have enjoy living in the South. I don't know. Otherwise, hope y'all have a wonderful evening, and I'll talk to you guys later.